Gill for induction to the 2014 Class of Hall of Fame. Please welcome Dara Lisa.
Just want to start by saying good evening. It's indeed an honor to be here tonight for the induction ceremony and the opening of the Hall of Fame room. Absolutely beautiful. As I begin my remarks tonight, I want to thank Mary for selecting me to do her induction tonight. It is a joy and honor for me to share with you a few thoughts and some stories about Mary the player and Mary the person. I was not involved in recruiting Mary from Dirigo High School in Pittsfield, Maine, to St. Joe's. I think the thank yous there go to Ron Flord, the soccer coach, maybe a little bit to Mike McDevitt, the basketball coach, and Fred Stone, who was in admissions at the time, to bring such a great student and person to campus. As you'll learn tonight, having Mary as a star player at St. Joe's made me a much better coach. Mary arrived on campus in late August of 1998 for preseason soccer. I was the new interim women's soccer coach. I don't know what that meant, maybe a couple of weeks. The only thing I knew about Mary at that time was that she was a good basketball player from Dirigo High School, a school and program that are not much liked in my area of the state, Dallas, due to a fierce basketball rivalry. After a few minutes of our first preseason practice, I knew Mary had all the intangibles to be a great soccer player. She possessed a competitive attitude and a great work ethic. These two qualities are the reason Mary is now being recognized as one of the top women's soccer players at St. Joseph's College. Mary scored in her first collegiate game, probably a great memory, and had an incredible rookie season. She started every game of her 4-year career, and when she played her last game, she was third on the all-time scoring list. I'm thinking two things kept her from the top spot. My coaching, and her meeting Mike Herrick. Okay, Mike, I'll let you off the hook because you're married now and you have a wonderful family. As for me, I think I played Mary in midfield in half of our games, and she did everything to help us win. During her senior year, I even played her in goal for a half of one game because we were without a goalkeeper. She was a great team player and a great teammate. Mary played on good teams and with many talented teammates during her 4 years. She made each team and each player better. She was a leader and produced great results when the team needed her most. She had many game-winning goals and assists in the final few minutes of regulation and in overtime during her career. For example, as a sophomore, Mary scored 2 goals in the 1999 conference championship game in a win over University of Maine Farmington. She scored the winning goal with just over 4 minutes left in the game. As a junior in 2000, Mary played 140-plus minutes, 4 overtimes in the conference finals against UMF, and again led St. Joe's to a conference title over UMF. And looking back, I would say that Mary played the same every day in practice and in games. She was extremely competitive and was never outworked. It was a joy of mine to coach number 6. Mary was an outstanding player, and she received recognition at the conference, state, and national level for her play in each of her 4 seasons. More importantly, Mary is an outstanding person, wonderful daughter, sister, wife, mother, and teacher. She has an extremely positive attitude about life. She is very intelligent, caring, and committed to her family and friends. As a father and coach, I hope my daughters have these same qualities as they get older. It is with great pride and pleasure that I introduce Mary Gill Herrick, class of 2002, as a new member of the St. Joseph's College Athletic Hall of Fame.
I'd like to begin by thanking the Hall of Fame Committee and St. Joseph's College for inviting me to be part of tonight's special event. It's such an honor to be here tonight. I'd like to thank my parents, who have been my biggest supporters my entire life. I love you both, and I know I wouldn't be the person I am today without your love and guidance. Thank you to Coach Russell for being such an amazing coach and for being here today. And just going above and beyond. I remember during my freshman year here, you took your lunch periods to work with Laura Vogel and I to work on the tactics of being a striker. And without that, I don't think I'd be standing here. So thank you. Thank you to my husband, Mike, and my children, Camden and Lydia, just for being so proud of me when you heard of this honor. You know how much I love you. In a conversation I recently had with my husband about soccer, he spoke about how much soccer had done for him in his life. I couldn't agree more with him when relating to both our lives. Soccer has done a lot for me and taught me so much. It really has been a gift. Getting the call last spring telling me that I'd be honored here today has given me time to reflect on just how much it has done for me. Soccer has given me confidence. As a shy fourth grader playing for the first time in a co-ed rec league, I was shocked that my play was noticed by the official of the game. I remember he came up to me after the game, shook my hand and congratulated me on my skills. He noticed me, not the older, more experienced boys on the team, but a small 10-year-old girl. From that day on, each time I stepped onto a soccer field, I was ready to perform and be noticed. My confidence grew and continued to grow with every practice and game. Soccer has taught me about goals in more than the scoring sense of the word. As I continued to play soccer in junior high, I fell more and more in love with the game. I remember reading an article in a magazine about the opportunities for girls to play soccer at the collegiate level. And before reading that, I had thought never crossed my mind. However, from that point on, it was something I was going to do. And I knew it was something I deserved to do if I worked hard enough. Soccer taught me about being the victor. I learned to win with poise and sportsmanship. I learned the feeling of hoisting a golden soccer ball over my teammates' heads when we earned a state championship. Soccer's taught me to persevere. The MAC championship game, as David was talking about, the longest soccer game I ever played in, 4 overtimes, taught me that no matter how far-fetched or distant the goal, don't stop trying to achieve it. Ending that game as the victor in the fourth sudden-death overtime is something I'll never forget. Complete exhaustion compiled with an adrenaline rush. Soccer has taught me about defeat. I have seen both sides of the coin. I've experienced the sour taste of defeat and turned it into a motivator to continue to work harder and be the victor the next time around. As well as I've been on a state championship or a conference championship team in one season, only turn around the next and be at the bottom of the pack. Both scenarios are humbling, and both instill a sense of drive that I continue to have today. Soccer has given me friendships. The priceless memories I have with my teammates, especially here at St. Joe's, are unforgettable. I cherish the 4 years that I spent living here on this campus and the people that I've met. Soccer has given me love. It makes complete sense that with all the gifts soccer has given to me, it helped me find my husband. What started as a goal-scoring competition with him has turned into a marriage of over 9 years with 2 beautiful children. I'm sure that soccer will continue to be a gift for me and bless my life, as it's still a big part of my life. However, I'm wearing different hats these days. I'm juggling the role of soccer mom, soccer coach, life of the high school soccer coach. I like to call it being a soccer widow. My hope is that my own children are blessed enough to find something that they love and give them as much as soccer has given me. Thank you very much. I'm deeply honored to be here with you all this evening.